Hello guys, welcome to Geospatial. So in this video, we'll be learning how to digitize and how to create shapefiles in QGIS.
So first I'm going to create a folder for the files that we are going to create. So I'm going to call it digitized files. Next, open up QGIS and then load your base map. So how do you load your base map? You go to web, go to quick map services, and then we're going to choose Google Satellite. So it's going to load your base map here. So if you do not have quick map services installed, please check my previous video on how to go about it. So I'm just going to choose Nigeria here. Go to Nigeria. I will go to University of Port Harcourt here. These are buildings here. To create a shapefile, go to layer, go to create layer, and then new shapefile layer. So I'm going to browse the directory on where I'm going to save my shapefile. So we're going to save it in Digitize files, the folder we created earlier. I'm going to name it buildings. My geometry type, select point. My coordinate reference system, I'm going to go with World Geodata System of 84. If you have another in mind, you can go ahead with that. In the name field, I'm going to add type of building, type, and the type of it's going to be text string. I'm going to add to field list, then name again, to give it a name, add to field list. Now if you want to remove some of the entries that you put in, for example, say I want to delete some of the entries, like for example the ID field, I'm just going to click on ID and then click on remove field, so delete selected field. So I'm just going to say okay. So as you can see in the layers panel here, buildings have been added. So to start digitizing our point data set, you can click on the pencil icon here to toggle, click on toggle editing. If you do not have the digitizing toolbar in place, go to view and then go to toolbars, and then you see the digitizing toolbar. So I'm going to click the pencil here to toggle editing, and then click on the 3 points here, add point feature. So start clicking on the map to add points. So let's say for example you want to digitize schools and you know this area very well. So let's say this building here is a school. I'm just gonna click on it. So the type of school, let's say it's a primary school. Primary. And the name of school, I'll go with Wheel Geospatial School. Okay, so let's say we want to add another school, say this is another school. So type of school, let's say it's secondary school. The name of the school, let's say it's a green. Let's call it Green School. Then click on OK. So let's say, for example, you made a mistake and you want to modify the points you already put in on the map. You can click on the vertex tool here. So let's say the secondary school is not this, but probably this is the secondary school here. After clicking on the vertex tool, you click on the point and then click on the desired location. So there you go. That's how you modify your points data set or your data set after digitizing. So if let's say you are done digitizing, always click on save layer edit to save, and then click on toggle editing to turn it off. That's when you are done digitizing. So a practical use case of digitizing point data set is to map facilities like schools. Like in this example, say you know where the schools are on the map, so you map schools. Or let's say you want to digitize hospitals. So I'm going to stop my editing by clicking on the toggle editing. As you can see here, the pencil icon has gone up from the building, so we can't see the points clearly. Yes, and what we can do is you click on building, right click on building, then go to properties, and then in symbology we can change the color. You can scroll down and then change, let's say change, let's click red, dot red, apply. Then okay, so you can see the points clearly here. You can still change the color if you like. Go back to properties, click on this. Let's say I want it to be green, apply. Okay, so it's green. So that's how you make, or that's how you digitize point features on a base map. So now we go to digitizing lines. So for this example, we are going to be tracing roads. This is a very long road here. So we are still going to go to layer, go to create layer, new shapefile layer, browse directory, file name, we're going to call it roads, geometry type to line string, add field to name. I'm going to call it name, let's say type road, add field, and then I'm going to say type again. Nope, sorry. name, add to field. Our coordinate reference system is in 1984. Click on OK. So to start digitizing, just as before, you click on toggle editing, and then we click on outline feature. Now you trace the rows, click on outline feature. So I'm just going to start from here. So after you're done tracing the line or the roads on the base map, right click to finish editing, to finish the line. Now the type of road is let's say it's a highway. It's a highway. And name East-West Road. East-West Road. Okay. So after editing, always click on save, safely edit, and then click on the toggle editing. So our line is not showing well on the map, so I'm just going to go to road here on the layers panel, right click on road, go to properties, and then I'm going to choose a better road for, so I'm going to say topo main road. I'm going to change the color, apply, and then okay. As you can see, this is the road. Now another thing you can do is, now you can go to properties, and then for the name to show up, go to labels, click on single labels, and then name. The text, I'm going to change the color to maybe red so that it can be visible on the map. So there you go, East-West Road. Also for the buildings too, right click on it, go to properties, no labels, single labels, the name. I'm going to change the color to blue, apply, okay. So as you can see, so if I toggle off Google Satellite, you can see the digitized roads and school. You can not just, you can also digitize other things like rivers. There's a river here. As you can see, this is a big river. So I can create a shapefile now and then call it river, and then digitize the river. That is if I want to digitize river, or my work wants me to digitize a river. So that is a practical example of digitizing lines. So a quick one, guys. If you're finding this video valuable, please help me by hitting the subscribe button. If you have any questions, please do leave them in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to share this video to others. Alright, let's get back to the video. So digitizing polygons. So we'll be mapping land use. So we go to layer again, create layer, and then new shapefile layer. Go to browse. I'm going to call this land use. Land use. Save it. Geometry type. Polygon. Name. Name. I'm going to say name. Add to field. This is going to be type. Add to field. Coordinate reference system is in 1984. Okay. So to start digitizing, you click on toggle editing and then add polygon feature. So if we zoom in here, I think I can see a parcel of land. So I'm going to click on add polygon feature, and then I'm just going to draw the boundary for this. Right click, and then the name. I'm just going to say an estate. That place is an estate probably. Let's call it estate. Then the type, it's a built area. Click on OK. As you can see, it has been digitized. I'm going to check for another place. Okay, so I see an area here. So I'm going to digitize this place. Right click. For the name, I'm just going to call it a farm. Let's call it a plantain farm. Plantain plantation. Plantain plantation. Okay. Plantain farm. Type. I'm going to say cultivated area. Okay. Let's see again if we can't find another place. Oh, I'm just going to digitize this area here. Here to here. The name. I'm still going to call it a farm, but the type is bare ground or bare soil because there isn't much going on that land there. So I'm just going to say bare ground. Click on OK. So I think that's about it. We are done digitizing. So when you're done, click on save. Always do not forget to save your edits. Click on save edit. Then to stop editing, or when you're done editing, click on the toggle editing. And then we can go to land use, then right click, go to properties, Go to symbology, single symbol, can categorize them. Categorize them by the type. Okay, click on classify. So the background, I'm going to change the color to something like this. Click OK. Build area. Build area. I'm going to give it a bit kind of. Let's leave it at this. Okay. I think we're done here. Okay. So that's the land use. You can also go back to properties and then label, single labels by the type, apply. So that's a background. This is a cultivated area, and this here is a built area. You can also make them transparent too. Go to properties. Opacity. Go to 28% if you like. As you can see, it's now transparent. That's a built area. That's your cultivated area, and that's a background. So that, there you go, guys. That's how you digitize your polygons. Now an example, a practical use case, as I just did for digitizing land parcels, construction sites, or zoning boundaries. So yeah, that's it. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye. And don't forget to subscribe for more QGIS tutorials.